And welcome to the Scene Weekly podcast, where two part-time cinematics give their best mid-level takes on all things on screens. This one's a special one, specifically for that guy. This week's episode is focused on our first documentary and the real-life story of one Steven's life, portrayed by a wonderful another man named Steve Carell. You heard of him? Bringing him to the silver screen in 40-Year-Old Virgin. Come join Jonathan and Steven for another week of hopefully less plot chatter and copious more film banter. We are Scene Weekly and your life. Do you still have all the figurines, or did you really sell them?
If I had $500,000 in figurines, I would sell them.
You would have a problem. You might be gay.
Yeah.
This movie, and this is your real life story.
You called it a documentary.
Yeah, it is a doc.
About me. Apparently, this came out in 2006. I was 22 years old,
and they really nailed it. Wow. They nailed your whole life.
They predicted what I was going to be at 40 years old, is what you're saying.
Yeah, effeminate. Yeah, that's check. Looks like, acts like an alien. Has a clock that doesn't work. Interesting tidbits. I have a cousin. Haven't seen him in a very long time. Bradley, 6'9". Hey, 69.
Oh, wow, 69. That's our 69th episode. We'll get to that later.
That should have come up. I mean, not many people have a 6'9" man, any human in the makeup of their family. But with that being said, he very much was pretty storyline to, your life, like having all the figurines. He had thousands of comic books and literally sold figurines at the Toms River Mall and collected them as well. His whole room was that. Probably a version just like you.
Yeah. Okay. There's the caveat in this documentary thing, because yes, I am currently 40 years old. Not the second part, but I don't collect figurines. I have a few comic books, not a collection per se. And I do ride a bike with a helmet. But that's
so you're pretty much like all the way there, like 75%.
There's a big piece missing, and that's the virgin part, but whatever.
I mean, was Mary really a virgin?
Apparently, yeah, according to scripture.
I mean, do you have any kids?
No, I don't have any kids.
Can't
so
verify
there's no living proof. There's no living proof of
We need to get somebody on, who's had the intimate, bumping uglies with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Go into the details of that. But anyway.
Nobody wants to hear the details.
I understand. I'm just kidding. Why did we choose this? How did we get here?
I know exactly why.
Okay.
You apparently watched a clip from this movie on Instagram, and I think it was like a scene at the smart tech store where somebody was trying to buy something, and I don't know.
You remember that store over there that somebody was just trying to buy something or other, and they're just talking and they're using them words. It sounds like we're doing Talladega Nights,
the big words,
and not 40-Year-Old Virgin. Yeah, it was a clip of a salesman, and eventually I went down a rabbit hole, very small rabbit hole, mind you. By the way, rabbit holes aren't really that intricate. Like an ant hill is pretty detailed and intricate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think,
but nobody wants to say I went down an anthill hole. That doesn't sound stupid.
Well, I mean, it's metaphoric in reference to Alice in Wonderland, but nonetheless, I just think it would be more. Anyway, the point is this: I went down an anthill, and I noticed there was a lot of little scenes that were pretty fantastic, such as the gay scene that was improvised, which I'm sure we're going to discuss later. And just a variety of stuff that can't be shot really anymore. I hope it gets shot again, because it was highly offensive in a good way. And I feel like The Office was like the extension of that, and just like picked up where this movie left off and just kind of immediately went in.
The movie came out in 2006, which was 20 years ago. And we now, like, looking back at this 2025 lens, it seems like crude and offensive with all of these jokes. But like, in 2006, if you go back 20 years, it's like Porky's and Fast Time at Ridgemont High and Caddyshack and things like that. Those movies were also kind of like a relic of their past. But I feel like this, like the humor, was kind of crude and sometimes but offensive, which was meant to be, but it had that like underneath layer of heart, and that's kind of what I think drives this movie.
69 really drives it. I mean, that's really the driver. It's nice to say like, oh, it's got legs, and the people get along, and the boys are back in town having a good gay old time. Um, it came out August 11th, 2005, not 6. Just to be clear,
Whatever.
Just to be clear.
So
40-year-old version,
exactly.
2005, 116 minutes, 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, where an electronics store stock boy, Andy Stitzer, is horrified when he is found out as a virgin, Stephen, by his workmates, just when he thought he was becoming one of the gang. Oh, why can't you just allow somebody to be a virgin? To be like, oh, I mean, like, yeah, like try to get him on dates and like try to encourage him to live his life, get a community. Maybe it happens. Don't force him. Maybe it's a choice. Maybe he doesn't have a dick. Anyone think about that? Like, maybe it doesn't.
Well, we did get to see some flashbacks of him trying to seduce some women. The first one, him in like, I don't know, high school, and his girlfriend has like a mouth full of braces, and he's like, no, I'm okay. And then the second time he's doing like a little, he's fooling around with the girl in bed, and something tickles him, and he kicks her in the face, and she just starts bleeding all over the place. So he's like, I'm bad at this.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, he sounds like a real wimp, just giving up so very easily. Like the first time you play baseball, you strike out, and you're never playing again. I hate baseball references. I want to punch myself in the face. Speaking of,
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. But I love the movie, and I love what they're able to say back then. Just the cast is like fantastic as well. And I forgot like Kevin Hart was even in the movie. And so like one of the clips that showed up was Kevin Hart just trying to cut a deal with the salesman. And I was like, I got to watch this movie for sure. But just fantastic. And I mean, let's get into it.
The writing in this movie is great, but also the improvised moments are fantastic.
There were improvised moments. What were they?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest memory that I recall from this movie being improvised was, I think it was Seth Rogen and Paul Rudd. They were just sitting around chilling, playing video games, and they just had this kind of like banter back and forth. Hey, you know how I know you're gay? You listen to Coldplay. Hey, you know how I know you're gay? You got a bumper sticker.
You like Yellow.
Rainbow. I do. Yeah, I do like Yellow from Coldplay. I like The Scientist. Coldplay's gotten some bad heat recently from, just people going to their concerts and cheating. But
like Nickelback, everyone says they're just a bad band. I don't generally, I don't like them or dislike them. I think they get a lot of heat. But I just think it's hilarious that there is a band that's associated with being gay. Like, probably because there is like some effeminate nature to some of their music, to be honest with you. But also secondarily, like this moment in time of like calling it out, and this movie becomes such a big deal that people reference it all the time. And still to this day, I mean, people are getting caught cheating on their wives and at a Coldplay concert. You know what? You ever see situations like that in the gay community? Now that I think about it, when does that ever happen? Like, oh shit! I'm like, caught with another man. I've never heard of that ever.
Yeah, it's never been big press news. You know what I mean?
I will say this: I have a lot. I don't want to out them, but I do have a lot of gay friends that I communicate with frequently, and I know that their relationships are vastly different than heterosexual relationships. In that, I shouldn't lump them all together, but I have two very close gay friends. Been dating probably for 8 or 9 years, and one dude can just bang anyone else, and the other dude doesn't. And I'm like, good for you guys, and also good for the other guy, because he can just do whatever, and they're open to. He's like, yeah, he's he's got high testosterone. I don't know what the reason is. Like, he just likes to fuck. And accepting of it, it's pretty fantastic, right? But you'll never see a situation where this happens to the gay community. Also, gay people, gay men, stay married the longest of any group. Do you know that?
Is that right?
Yeah, their divorce rate's the lowest of any. And you know why? Women.
I don't know.
Women. Duh. Clear as day.
Clear as day, man. I did not know that fun little nugget of a fact. But I can kind of get that. Yeah, I mean, if it's just two dudes hanging out being roommates, they're not going to get on each other's nerves, and they also like to fuck each other. So
I love when you cuss. It makes me feel weird because I can like see that it makes you feel weird and it's like, oh, you shouldn't have said, you shouldn't have said that. Take it back. Take it
dirty
back.
word.
Take it back. But you know why I know you're gay? You hold your arms like this when you hold your hips.
I do that. Yeah, it's a relaxing posture. It's good. You get to bend the wrist a little bit, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I like bending.
You know how wrists. You know how I know you're gay?
No, probably.
Yeah. You like to roll around on mats with other guys doing BJJ, sometimes minus the J.
Sometimes I do actually I do often do that 3 times a week. Lots of random dudes as well. Always on mats though, never on beds. Key difference. Okay. A lot of sweat too.
The big difference.
There's a lot of sweat. Yeah.
Do you get in there? Like, do you get in close to their tender regions?
There's so many memes on BJJ and gayness that it's endless. I'm gonna send you a few, and then you're probably gonna be inundated by them. Yeah, there's a lot of moments where it becomes very awkward, in the sense that I don't know. It's oftentimes you're just in the moment of the feeling that this is right. I mean, even like explaining the situation, it's like, this is gay. It's like, yeah, there's no way out of this. Yeah, you got me pinned, basically. He's got me pinned too. Anyway,
I see.
There's one situation where I think we eventually get into right now in the second clip of the koala guard, but there's moments where somebody is explaining something to you, the professor, and if you're like just chatting, and he's very close to you, you're not looking at each other. It can be very, I don't know, intimate, I guess, but like
romantic.
You're also like holding somebody. I don't know. It's not romantic.
I picture do you call it a dojo? The dojo.
No, it's not called a dojo.
Well, whatever.
It's called a gym.
You guys probably like put some incense on, and you probably like light some incense, and you light some candles, and you like just make it really romantic. There's probably baby oil like bottles everywhere.
Just gotta turn. No, so basically you show up in your bathrobe, mind you. You have to keep it in mind, like you're just out of the shower. Gonna put on your bathrobe. Some people not so much, to be honest with you. You know, they're proclivity to clean themselves. And then you do like probably 10 to 15 minutes of a warm up, a little bit of a stretch. Don't help each other stretching.
Foreplay. You guys call it foreplay?
Would help actually for the gay vibes to help each other stretch. Like, maybe get your groin a little bit deeper there. I think that would add to the gay vibe. And then we learn moves, basically choking each other out. So this is like, it's like erotic asphyxiation and gay. So it's like, it's pretty intense gayness. Yeah. Definitely like a 9.5 out of 10 glasses gayness. But yeah, the autoerotic part to it, choking people out. It's all points to gayness for sure. Have you ever, speaking of being gay, have you ever tucked your sack back? I mean, I wonder if this is a very common thing. Not in the BJJ community, at least.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But, I remember in the movie, he was doing a speed dating round with a lady who was thinking about switching teams, and she said, "Well, you're very effeminate, and as long as you maybe just tuck it back." And maybe I don't know what else, but yeah, it's not something that I practice regularly. No,
but sometimes.
No, not even sometimes. It's not.
Oh, you said not regularly, so that means there's an indication that you actually have done this.
Yeah, it's not something that I can.
You're leaving it open for fun Fridays in the future with your
Fridays.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
you're coming up. February I think is your 1 year, right?
1 year on what? Oh, on
February.
my
Yeah, on your
February.
relationship. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't. She hasn't asked me to tuck
to
it
tuck
back
it
yet.
back.
No,
Have you asked her to
that's
tuck it back?
it's not something that I'd ask. No, absolutely not. Wouldn't have to do that. No need.
I I love the idea of speed dating. I wish I actually could go back in time if I had to read like do dating all over again. That is my type of dating. Because like you can instantaneously get to know somebody. It's like having small shots of beer and having like 30 of them and just taste. It's like you're tasting all the menu, and I like that. And normally, like with dating, it's pretty instantaneous if you know you're gonna like somebody or not. At least in my experience, it's been an immediate thing.
Yeah, it's something that I kind of tell people about at work because there's a lot of times where we do these open interviews middle of the day, and literally I will have to do 16, 17, 18 interviews within an hour and a half time frame.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, yeah, and it's like
Oh,
I compare it to speed dating because I instantly know if this person's going to be a good fit or not, but I have to go through the list of questions that I have to
oh god.
ask them.
Isn't that the worst?
It's the
Oh
worst.
my god. Dude, we have been doing that at work as well. Oh, I put that up there as like a top 5 moment of like I just want to kill myself. Like seriously, because we have time slots, 45 minutes. And so like we do the 45 minutes, but within like 6 to 7 minutes and like if you can't tick off like the first 3 questions or answer them in the manner that you should, you don't have the experience. And it's like where do we go from here? We don't go anywhere from here. And then
You have
it's
to fill
like
the
we're
45
going to
minutes?
it's excruciating. We've got this woman Tara and I we've gotten pretty good at it, but I'll like be teasing her and be like, I don't know what to say. It's like
Do you
22
just do
minutes.
you
And I was
just
like,
bring up like, man, the Mets this year, they just fell
yeah,
apart.
yeah, yeah. So, how's the weather over there in Aspen?
Oh
You ever
God.
seen Dumb and Dumber? I like literally go into like personal lives. What do you do? This week's episode is sponsored by Soul Roots Running Company, where you can find the best covers for your feet that make you travel comfortably and quickly across sidewalks like Shell Silverstein. Soul Roots offers all varieties of running shoes, clothes, and accessories. And for 10% off, please use the code SCENE, SCENE, at checkout. And any order over $180 is free to ship anywhere in the continental United States. Head over to shop.soulrootsracing.com and fill up your cart for 10% off with the code SCENE. I have a question for you. This would be a part of our interview right now. What is your Guatemalan love song? Do you have a love song that you and your special significant other, maybe of the past or even present, you share? Something you put on and lighten the mood before you tuck that sack back?
I, I don't have any I don't have any go-to Guatemalan love songs per se, but in the sense of like music to play during intimacy, I used to in my younger years have like a playlist of certain things that I would go gravitate towards. Nothing.
Did you?
Yeah,
Like White
yeah.
Zombie?
Slipknot. You know,
Yeah, some Nine Inch Nails. Yeah, Cannibal Corpse. I know. I see it.
it gets
Tuck the
romantic.
sack back. Tuck the sack back.
That was.
Further.
Did you like that kind of screamo music? Was that a
Um, Cannibal Corpse took it too far for me, but I definitely like the screaming of Korn, Rage Against the Machine. Yeah,
yeah?
the moment where it kind of turned into the darkness. Um, and I understand like the drums of heavy metal or death metal and the guitarist and drummers, I should say, are absolutely horrendously like they're so good. They're terrific. Um, I just didn't get into it. Yeah.
What kind of
Just
music
it
do you
wasn't
think Andy listens to? Our
Andy
40-year-old
Dufresne
virgin. No,
or
the
the
40-year-old
the
virgin,
40-year-old
Steve
virgin.
Carell.
Um, I think he probably likes some classical music because if he hasn't had sex, then I mean I can't really listen. I can't see him listening to some hip hop. Fuck the police comes out of his mouth. He's probably gonna turn it off. I think some classical, nice because like nice music so that he can paint his toys and figurines.
I'm
and
thinking
something
Hall
that's
and
not going to.
Oates. I'm thinking yacht rock kind of stuff. That's
Man,
what he's getting into.
I'm so disappointed about Hall & Oates. I saw them in 2017, and then they hate each other now. Never getting back together. Very
That's what we
sad.
thought about Oasis. So you never
No,
know.
and like it's yeah, that's true. That's fair. I mean, Daryl, I think, sold his entire rights to the catalog of their music.
Oh, he's just like, I'm
So
done. I'll take
yeah,
the
he's
money
like,
and run.
I'm yeah, and then it's just irreconcilable differences. But I'll say what, there was a little bit of a lull, like halfway, 3/4 of the way through the movie. I was like, yeah, I get it. I get it. Hilarious jokes up until then. But like, I will say, Catherine Keener is a woman's version of Adam Sandler. She is. And in this movie, she's terrific.
Oh,
But
she's great.
oh my God, she is so hot. Jesus Christ. Of like, when she was like half naked, I was like, dear Lord. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm getting up there in age.
She plays a grandmother in this film.
Yeah,
She's a grandma.
wild. Yeah, gilf for sure.
Gilf.
Yeah, I would be going if I wasn't married, I would definitely go on a date with her.
Yeah, they said
Catherine,
that
hit me up.
they said that like when they were casting this film and getting everybody involved, and like once they got Catherine Keener, they were like, oh, okay, this is a real movie now.
Yeah,
like, this is going to be something.
Yeah, so like this is going to legitimize the movie now, which is
exactly
it's true. I have a question for you in terms
Sure.
of work type situations. Have you ever actually had a boss that hit on you or wanted to get with you?
Oh wow, this Jane Lynch character in this movie, man, she's perfectly creepy.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had anybody that I wanted to call HR on. Surprisingly enough, it's one of those things that you shouldn't mix work and pleasure. And she just wants, the Jane Lynch character is very very discreet, very
very
discreet.
discreet. Yeah, that's your first question on speed dating. Are you very discreet? Check the box.
Check it out.
Overwhelmingly so.
What about you? Have
I
you
need no
your time working at Publix? Anybody come
Publix?
over and
I once had a boss at Chick-fil-A, and she was a lesbian, so that didn't happen. And then all my other bosses were male.
wait? I didn't know you worked at Chick-fil-A. Did you?
Yeah,
Did you say my pleasure? Did you say that?
my pleasure. No.
Oh, I thought that was like a thing Chick-fil-A employees had to say, like when a customer says thank you.
That was probably before my time.
My pleasure.
So this would have been, I was in 11th grade. For all of 11th grade, I worked at Chick-fil-A. Yeah. Wow. And maybe yeah. I just remember the Polynesian sauce. I would like every break, I would have like 5 of them with my fries and Chick-fil-A sandwich. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. What a perk. And then like I would watch, strangely enough, the TV there would only be set to like Chick-fil-A training videos, and I would just watch training videos.
Because you didn't have a smartphone to like scroll.
Yeah. I was just like, I guess I'm going to watch this because it's on. Like this is the
you became the best employee because you knew all of the standards and specs of Chick-fil-A.
Not really. I remember one time I put like 20 char-grilled chicken sandwiches on the grill, forgot about it, didn't put a timer on, and walked away. Went to go to break. Yeah,
Extra
timers are pretty useful.
Oh yeah,
man, I got. Speaking of Chick-fil-A, right across from the Chick-fil-A was a Circuit City, and this Smart Tech, of course, is like Circuit City. It's like to a T.
It's a Best Buy.
Yeah. I miss this time period. Not the 2005, but I would even say like 10 years before that. Right when the internet was coming out, you get the AOL like the CDs. You'd be able to like take them home, and you thought like, oh my god, the world is at my hands. It wasn't even AOL at the time. It was CompuServe. Do you remember CompuServe?
Yeah.
My mom.
Yeah.
My mom had an account there, and then we transitioned to AOL. And dude, when I got on the internet for the first time, it brought me instantaneously back to that moment of like, we went to get our first computer. Well, we had a Mac when I was a wee lad, but our first proper computer with internet we bought at a Circuit City. And I remember signing up for her first email address. But it's just like that smart tech. Like they had the big TVs. People would try to sell you on some bullshit, try to tuck your sack here and there, or try to get you laid. But fond memories, honestly, of that time.
Yeah, I worked in one of my first jobs in high school was at do you remember FYE? It was like a
For
Camelot
your
Music.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was a CD, DVD store. And yeah, I kind of, with watching this movie, I felt kind of transported back into that time where people would be walking around and ask me questions about where this musician was and like, where's Jason Mraz? And I'd have to go and find it for him, It was a
You know,
fun time.
Steven, can you direct me to where Cannibal Corpse is?
Cannibal Corpse.
Is that what you
Say
do? Would you actually have an act for like each person that came in? Like Hall and Oates, she'd be like, "Yeah, yacht rock, baby." Like Cannibal Corpse, I feel you.
Yeah, I would.
ILG.
I remember I would have to like part of our metrics was trying to pre-sell DVDs before they came out.
My
And
pleasure.
the biggest one I got pre-sales was for Lord of the Rings. I was like, hey, that Lord of the Rings is coming out in about a month. Do you want to put $10 down and save your copy?
Number one movie that should be redone.
Exactly.
Maybe you can go back and work at F. Do they even exist? FYE?
Why would
They're
they?
still there?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they would come back. I mean, didn't you just buy a record?
I did buy a record, but I did that online via snail mail. Um, yeah, I mean, even like Best Buys and things like nobody's going into like I feel like buy TVs anymore. They're just going to Amazon and getting the best deal.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but it is kind of funny, like thinking of like what the manager of a Best Buy would play on the TVs at certain points. Like this was what Michael McDonald in this movie, just over and over on loop.
That would drive me crazy. If it was like the same thing over and over and over, and you have to be at this mundane job to begin with. And then, I mean, no matter who it is, Hall and Oates constantly, it'd be rough, you know?
It'd be rough.
And
Yeah.
back then, like DMX was massive. Imagine like DMX just barking all day. It wouldn't work well. I have a factoid for you. You
Oh,
want to
please
hear it?
share. Yeah.
The same Benihanas that's listed in that's set for the show here on their first date. Was it the first date? I think it was the first date. Was or maybe it was like the 12th. Who knows? Was the same Benihana from The Office? Did you know that?
I had no idea, but that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
Steve Carell probably suggested it, and so they traveled all the way to Scranton, Pennsylvania, to film this. That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Have you ever gone to a Benihana?
I have, and I always have this like inkling of wanting to go back because I've only been to a Benihana like a couple times in my life,
Yeah.
but I love the theatrics of it. I love the onion volcano. I think the chefs are very very talented with their utensils, and
You're being so nice,
I,
kind.
I have to for my kitchen brethren here. I have to give them shout outs, but yeah, it seems like it's a show, and it's something
You
that I would.
know, I went recently. I walked away thinking I may have to drink 5 gallons of water. Even before leaving, I was like, there was so much salt and whatever else in this. And then just thought that was way too expensive for the minimal experience that was provided to us. Like even my daughter was like,
That's
okay.
it.
Yeah, kind of. Like wasn't
the
very
food
interested.
is
No,
the
it's
food
not good. No.
Okay.
No, it's not good. It's not. Um
And you got to sit
but
at a communal table with like other people too.
yeah, I
Like,
don't like that part either.
no.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't want your dirty snotty kid near me. Just get him away. Yeah. Have you ever prayed for somebody's cock before?
Well, let me think about this.
I prayed for your cock. What does that mean to
Oh,
you? Mm-hmm.
like hoping that I would get laid.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I remember giving you your first shot in the SoCo, was it? I
It was
believe.
Southern Comfort. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. And I just remember toasting in my head and I was thinking, please let there be a woman that can tuck his sack back and take it down. I was just thinking, I
Yeah.
was like, pleased to all the gods, all ye gods, as Hunter S. Thompson would say. And it worked. She eventually went to go tuck somebody else's sack back as well a little soon after that. See, do you know how I know you're gay?
Yeah, that's
My
hands on the back like that. Yeah. You know how I know you're gay?
No,
you shave your legs for running.
I don't shave them.
Oh, you don't shave? I thought you just have hairless legs, or
I use a beard trimmer.
That's shaving your legs. That's the same thing.
That's trimming.
Shaving you trim your legs.
Shaving would be way more gay.
Oh my god! You just have a little peach fuzz down there.
I love that. I don't like hair too much. No, not a fan. I do my arms as well. You could have gone with the arms too.
I could have gone with the arms, yeah, but I
think it looks much more attractive. I think. Yeah, I mean you don't shave anything. You got moles on your neck and stuff. I mean get it off. Get the cancer off.
Just as God made me.
Speaking of, how's your training going?
I went running yesterday. For everybody that wants to follow up on that, I did a 5K on the treadmill at the Y with my girlfriend. She was not on the same treadmill as me. She was doing the elliptical. But yeah, and I'm going to go run after this. I'm not there with trimming my legs yet for efficiency and speed, Jonathan, but I'm taking the necessary steps, and maybe one day I'll go hairless down there. Maybe.
Ew.
I will say.
Ew. I don't think anything else. If we can end all of this right now.
I will say this is something that's important, and I kind of caught this when we were planning this out. Is like, this is a sex comedy, and I don't know. We usually plan on our episodes with numbers and things like that, but this is also the 69th episode, and it's pretty apropos that we're doing this right now.
I mean, kind of, right? But we have had multiple episodes. For example, our Golden Glasses that could have a number assigned to it, so it would be like more like 74.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And all the mechanical things of things, it's 69.
Love the fact that you brought this up, because this was top of mind for me finally, and I just have to ask the question. I mean, have you?
Yeah, I don't want to go into the logistics of my nights with.
Oh, so you did it at night? That's good. And I mean, a daytime 69 would be very, you'd be very aggressive, right? You're like, hey, honey, waking up without brushing my teeth. You wanna, do a little number game here? I'm like, sure, honey.
You know that song Afternoon Delight is all about that.
Yeah, so it's so funny. Tom Segura has a fairly lengthy bit on his special that was probably from like almost 10 years ago at this point. He has a fairly lengthy bit about this because he, in high school, he was on the football team. His number was 69 in football. And like he would just like constantly in his notebooks be like 69, 69, 69, 69, prior to, of course, ever having 69 or like having sex with anyone. He was like 69, 69. Like this is like the greatest thing ever. 69, 69, 69. Obsessed. And so he said that the first time, I think it was like the first and only time he did 69, he was like, this is like a godsend. I can't believe like my moment in the spotlight to shine is here. Like my whole life has like basically led me to this point, and I'm ruining the bit, but like you have to watch this. And then he was just like, within like a minute, he was like, this is the worst thing ever. I'm literally sitting on top of a woman and just like I don't even want to use the words to describe it.
Yeah, I know what you're describing.
Yeah, it's just, it's like gagging, and it's just like nobody can breathe, and it's like, what is going on here? Like, how is this in any way, shape, or form a viable thing that has been produced by humanity? But we've done a lot worse.
That's what happens when you put it on the pedestal, man. You put it on the pedestal, and
so the bit. I'll send you the bit. I'll find out where exactly it is, but it's absolutely terrific, and it's one of those that if you have done that before in your past, you'd be like, yeah, that's pretty much about as accurate as you can possibly be. On the pedestal, it'll be like, oh yeah, it's got numbers assigned to it. It must be must be really good. And then you do it and you're like, yeah, that's not going to happen again ever. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What else do I have for this movie? I really think that this movie is more about like having male friendship and male camaraderie than it is about like losing your virginity.
Yeah.
I think that that's like he was a virgin not just because he collected action figures or he didn't have a car and rode a bike, but it's because he didn't have like a strong male friend group to actually push him to be like, this is who you are, this is like you're worth somebody to share your time with. And that's what I really found like lovable about this movie now, being 40 years old and
A virgin.
not no, but not the 20 year old Steven who watched this movie and laughed at all the gay jokes, but like actually like finding like, wow, like when you get older and you move on in life and your friend groups have moved on and left and have kids and whatnot, like that's something that is desperately needed in somebody's life, is having that male companionship or that male friendship to bond with and to push you to do new things. And that's what I really found enjoyable about this movie.
You got to have community, brother. This is what I always push. And I actually, it raises a fairly good question. One, let's get the therapist chair out a bit. Virginity for you was later than some. And I have a question of, did you not have a friends group? Was it because you moved around so frequently that you didn't have that boys group to back you up, to rep you, to provide you opportunities?
Yeah. I mean, 100%. Like, I would say that I was definitely a late developer in that
Or
regard.
was it the fact that this is why you're gay?
I see what you did there. But no, yeah. I mean, put on the therapist hat and let me lay in a chair. But it's definitely that was probably the case for me, is like I didn't really find my true friend group until I got to college. Because I did move around so much. Every 3-4 years I was yanked out of a new situation and had to like figure it out and find these friends. But I didn't have like those deep connections that I could build. And you change so much from when you're 11 years old to 13 years old to 17 years old. And if you don't have somebody that throughout that whole time to progress while you're growing up, it's very, very hard to like learn things and do things and get pushed to do things. So
correct. You're still doing it outside of Austin. Your whole adult life, you pretty much are doing the same thing still.
it's my comfort blanket.
So can
man.
you stop, as I've told you many times off air, can you fucking stop moving? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think I found my spot. I got a great situation now, which is
Thank
for
God.
all those listeners that want to know.
A girlfriend.
I got a girlfriend. Yeah.
I hope, to send everyone off for this show, I hope you're hanging out with your lovely significant other today or this weekend.
Yeah. We're going. We got plans.
You know what? Let's get a +1 to those plans. I want you to go maybe at some point in a romantic night, put on some Cannibal Corpse, tuck your sacks back, and get a little 69 in. Just for old time's sake, for the old time sneakeroo.
The old time sneakeroo, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know how that goes. Maybe first I need to see it.
Mm-mm.
You don't want to know?
I don't need to know the details. No, I just need to know, like in the next podcast, you can give me like a sign. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll give you I'll give you a glasses rating. How about that?
All right.
How that goes.
Negative glasses, is that such a thing? But anyway, we got to go to a Benihana's. Be fun.
Benihana's would be good. Poker nights with the boys are fun. Do you like poker nights? Did you ever do that?
I have hated poker nights with any community I've ever been in. Hate them passionately. I'd rather just sit there and not play poker and just talk. Like, why is poker the thing?
Because you get to bluff and you have the best cards and you take the pot, and
you could just do that in normal life. Isn't that just humanity? We bluff. cover for our emotions and say, like, yeah, I'm totally fine. Things are good in life. Bluff in other ways, just more nuanced. I hate poker nights. Fuck poker nights.
We used to have poker nights at the old XC house. I remember that. But
Hated them. Yeah, never went.
What about this ending of the movie? You got to talk about that. The musical Bollywood kind of midsummer ending we got here.
It reminded me a little bit of lots of combinations of it's basically a Bollywood ending. Yeah, like any Bollywood film does this. A little bit reminded me of the Holy Mountain, Alejandro, where like they pan the camera back to some extent, but in a different manner. My voice is going, so we should probably wrap this up. Hilarious, actually. I mean, they were so off. Like nobody was in sync, which was to the allure. And you know, if it was like a perfectly orchestrated dance, like a Bollywood dance generally is at the end of each film, I think it would take away from the fun that this movie generally is overall. But terrific nod. I think we need more of it actually. Be like I love the when the movies don't end, and then there's like this little segment of time. For example, in all the Marvels, where people will sit in their seats and wait for something to happen in between, you know, the credits and the actual movie.
Yeah.
It's fun. Even my daughter, like after Moana 2, like there's like you have to wait and little scene happens. Loves it. Mario Brothers does it as well. Love it.
Yeah,
big fan.
the producers really pushed Judd Apatow to like have the final like sex scene and like kind of show it, and they just didn't know how to end it, and so they came up with this musical number ending, which I think was great. It was fantastic. Before we go, I do have to talk about the scene that everybody remembers in this movie is the waxing scene.
Yeah.
Have you ever been waxed, Jonathan?
Well, I don't have that much hair, so I have been waxed, but I don't have that much hair, so it didn't really hurt.
You don't have like a chest hair like Steve Carell.
No, neither do you.
I don't know, but I have waxed. I remember in college I would go to the hairdresser and I'd get my eyebrows waxed because I got bushy eyebrows. I don't
You
do
have
that
more
anymore.
hair in your back than your chest, I think.
I probably do. Yeah, I probably could get my back waxed. That would be fun. But yeah, Steve Carell actually is real. He got his chest hair waxed.
That was his real reaction too.
His real reaction. The funny thing is the actress who did the waxing, like said that she's experienced in waxing, and then they like find out later that she's never done it before.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like she could have ripped his nipple off, basically.
Like, how hard could this possibly be? Just lather it on because it was on.
It was on.
Oh god, yeah, that would have been with that much hair. Yeah, he's bleeding. That would have been extremely painful. Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson.
I'm dying. Yeah. Well, till next time, ladies.
No, we got to rate this. We got to rate this movie.
Right.
Why don't you go first?
I can't. Why don't you go first?
Okay. The first directed Judd Apatow movie, A 40-Year-Old Virgin, is just a fantastic comedy. And I what I said earlier was the crude and offensive humor of this movie is definitely a time capsule of the era. But I also feel like it's something that's done in not a mean spirit. It's not punching down, but it's punching up. If you get that, but it definitely has that undertone of a heartfelt sincerity. And like I said, I love that this movie is the focus of it is that male friendship, because we are in like this male loneliness epidemic of what they call it, of just people just being chronically online, not having true friendship. And like seeing this happen in this movie, like where these friends love him or hate him, like they're pushing him to be a better person. And I think that's great. And I give this movie four glasses.
It's such a tough movie to rate because in some ways, like the humor is outstanding, if not like perfect at times. The cast that they have, like they really caught a moment of time where, you know, Steve Carell, his career took off because of this movie. Now, was he popular before? You can debate, but like it really took off his whole career because of this. So much so that The Office was directly impacted and ratings went up because of this movie, which in the first, it was like 6 or 8 episodes of The Office did extremely poorly. Then this movie crushed, and then The Office started ripping. But the amount of human beings that they caught at the perfect time, like Seth Rogen, for example, as well. Lynch. I mean, it's just like
Paul
Kevin
Rudd.
Hart, who was Paul Rudd. It really cemented a legacy that I doubt anyone doing this movie probably realized how significant this would be. I mean, just look at the movies that Paul Rudd's made since, and Carell as well. I mean, their careers are outstanding. The writing was pretty much perfect, I would say. I really have nothing to say. The directing, of course, I liked, but it's never going to be a 5 glasses movie for me. I mean, I guess I'll join you, not to make this weird, to give it a 3.5, but yeah, let's go 4 glasses. I think
Let's be full
yeah.
tandem here, and
yeah, I think that's what I would say.
Cool.
Let's give it a 69 glasses.
69. All right. What's next
I'm
week?
dying.
The Fugitive? Dying. Okay.
The Fugitive. I think, didn't we have a top 5?
Oh, we had the
were
top
supposed
5
to be doing
something villains. I think top 5 villains. Yeah,
I thought, was it villains?
pretty sure. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I made my
I thought
list.
it was villains. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have to do villains then, I guess. I think I did superheroes or something. I don't even know what I didn't even do it, to be honest.
You didn't do it.
We'll have to see.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. But next week,
All right.
you'll see, or the week after, Until then, I hope I don't have chronic
Bronchitis.
illness. Yeah, that too. Goodbye. Bye.